A new year always brings new changes, and it's a very different year for every school system. This morning, I'm joined by Chris Himsel, Superintendent for Northwest Allen County Schools. Great to have you here with us.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
Well, we're 2 weeks in. For you all, it's been a very difficult beginning. So sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you.
How are you guys doing?
I think under the conditions, we're doing extremely well. You know, that first day of school was not the way any of us had it written and planned. But our staff's doing as well as they can be. We're making sure that kids come first. We're making sure kids' needs are being met. And we're excited about being able to celebrate Mr. Dodane's life next week. We do have some fundraising activities to try to raise money for the education fund, some 529 accounts for his children, as well as just remembering some positive stories and the difference that he made in the lives of kids. And then we also, on our thoughts and prayers, go out to the Huntertown school family. Earlier this week, one of their teachers had been battling cancer for the last several months, lost her battle with cancer. And again, their heavy hearts and prayers go out to the family of Deb McGinn as well as the Huntertown school family.
Yeah, again, our condolences go out to you all.
Thank you.
It's a difficult year. Changing gears now, you have been a superintendent now for 6 years.
Yeah. And
we've talked to you before how crazy it is to get things rolling and to have everybody come back at the same time.
Well, as Dr. Robinson had stated in the earlier segment, it is just re-energizing to see kids back in your buildings. We work all summer long getting buildings ready to go, roofing projects, upgrading HVAC systems, hiring new staff, getting everything ready to go. And it's kind of lonely there in the offices when you don't have kids around. And when the kids return, even when you have a tough day like we did that first day, it's just great to have kids back in the buildings to remind us why we come to work every day.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to ask you, earlier in the year, all 4 school districts got together to talk about the funding, public funding issues. And what's the update with that? Have you heard anything back from state lawmakers?
Well, our school district was very fortunate in the past biennium budget in that we did receive some additional funding, which has been a huge help for us. And so we have been able to restore about 15 to 16 of the 30 positions that were cut a few years ago. It's been a huge help for us to lower class sizes for kindergarten, first, second, and third grade, as well as be able to create some new opportunities in biomedical sciences, some computer science courses, those kinds of courses for our high school kids. And then we've also restored some guidance counselor help, which we didn't realize how big of a help that was going to be at the time, but it's been a huge help for our kids. We're very grateful and very appreciative of what the state legislature was able to do for that. We've not met all of our needs, but we are definitely closer to being able to meet the needs of our kids than what we were last fall when we last spoke about this.
My last question, a lighter question. What's one thing we might be surprised to know outside of school?
Well, I would say that many people in our community probably don't realize that I grew up on a farm and am accustomed to getting up early and taking care of several thousand heads of hogs and several hundred heads of cattle and lots of acres of going back and forth in the tractors, which is probably the reason why I feel very comfortable at Northwest Allen with some of our farming communities that we have out there. But that's the life that I grew up.
All right, well, there you have it. So getting up this morning at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock probably wasn't a big deal for you.
No, it wasn't.
All right, Chris, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Nice seeing you.
We'll be right back.